you know, especially like with the music and shit, man. I know that's a big thing in life, man. That's always something that people stick to in hard time, man. What's some of that music that you were listening to that kind of you know, help you get through your bed and shit, and also too, you know, fucking with Quando, another you know, rapper from Georgia and shit, who got down, you know, in and out in jail and shit. How y'all link up?
Look, Teddy, he was doing time with Quando. So, you know, me linking up with Teddy, you know, they tapping in with him, seeing what he got going on in this city. I was always right there by his side, so, you know, they ended up tapping in with me too, so, you know, like, I'm fucking with Cuz and shit like that. I first got out, Cuz pushed up on me. Shit, I told him I was on house arrest and shit, sent him my address, he pushed down and shit, he kept it real, feel me? But, like, I always have been tapped in with Savannah though, like my partner Johnny. I know Jabre, he down the road right now. I think he in like wheel cops or some shit like that. I be tapping in with Jabre and my little partner Spank, man. I ain't heard them from Spank since I've been home and all. Like, that's my motherfucking nigga. We was in YDC together, beating shit, like going crazy. That's my nigga though. I fuck with Spank.
Yeah, what was some of that music that you were you know what I'm saying, that kind of held you down and while you did your bid, you listened to?
I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with No Cap.
Okay, No Cap.
He be spitting some shit. He'll touch the soul. Of course, I fuck with YB. You know, that nigga be spitting some real shit too, so, like, you know, you can relate to some of them niggas shit, you know. And just...
When did you, like, you know what I'm saying, coming home and shit, like, when did you, like, just talk about, like, your opinion on the making music scene, like, right now, and, like, you know, when you went in and shit, 2019, like, try to compare the two, like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, like I said, before I went in, I wasn't focused on music. I was making music, but I wasn't really just focused on music like that. So, I really can't give you no opinion on it then from 2019 to now. I can't give you no opinion on it then, but I be feeling like niggas be trying to overdo their part. Like, you know, like motherfuckers want to see where you come from, bro. Like, you know, they want to see the struggle. They want to see this and that, you know. So, I feel like motherfuckers really just need to be themselves, like all the way around the board. Like, if you ain't no step into that area of music, the non-stepping music, you know. You got niggas around you that probably do that shit. So, you know, you can spit some of that shit, but like, if you a fashion nigga, like you like to dress and shit, you know, make some drip music. You a player nigga, loving on the hoes and shit, you know, got the hoes fucked up by you, you know, make some player music. Music hoes can twerk to or some shit like that. But I feel like motherfuckers be trying to step outside of their comfort zone. Be trying to step outside of their comfort zone, so.
Yeah. You feel like, you know, a lot of this shit now, like, that shit cap, like, you know what I'm saying, music and shit, like, motherfuckers be capping and shit, and they rap.
I ain't gonna lie, like, my opinion, yeah, I be feeling like motherfuckers be capping. But, you know, that's just my opinion, though. I don't know what a nigga really done did, you feel me? There's a lot of shit I done did behind closed doors motherfucker don't know about. I can get in the song, rap about it, and they say shit, but I really capping like hell, you feel me? But you went behind that closed door when the shit went down, you get what I'm saying? So, that's my opinion. Yeah, motherfuckers be lying like hell.
Yeah, man. Talk about, you know, like, let's get into the drops, man, the singles that you dropped and shit, man. We all going through your catalog and Devil of a Million, right?
Yeah, Devil of a Million. That's one of my biggest ones.
Yeah, man, shit down there 200,000 on YouTube. I'm looking at the Spotify, different shit jumping off. Just talk about, like, you know, what was the process behind, you know what I'm saying, starting to release singles and, you know what I'm saying, take this shit like real serious? And
I had to learn about that shit. Like I had to sit down. I'm gonna be real. It started off with me and Sleeve in jail. Like, you know, me and bro did a percentage of our bid together. So like it started off with me and bro in jail. Like, you know, he used to pull me to the side. Like, look, bro, look, this is the shit you need to focus on. Like, come here, watch this interview. Come here, watch this video. Oh, look how that nigga moving right there. Look how he doing that. Look how he reached out to such and such. And now this happening for him type shit. So, you know, it really took me to open my ears and listen. But as far as my singles and shit, like I've been dropping, I had to learn about the United Master shit. You know, I had to go sign up for that shit so I could make sure my shit be put out there legit. I'm getting paid for it. Like I had to stop. Like I had to go find my own beat producer. Like, you know, I was getting beats off of YouTube and shit like that. You know, you fuck around and do a song with a beat off of YouTube and you ain't fully bought the motherfucker. That bitch go to bumping, a nigga do some lame shit and put a copyright claim on it, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to peep out all that shit, you know, just peep out the process of the shit.
you know, with the music industry shit, man, it's a lot of, you know, fictitious shit that, you know, that go on, and, you know, a lot of things look a certain way, and it's all about how you portray it. You know, you got the King Von situation that ended up happening with Quando and shit, and now you got, like, you might have a lot of Von fans and shit, and they might want to, you know, they want to cloud up everything about clout now, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they might, you know, just out the blue, alright, Luh Ready got a song called, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to press Ready to goddamn try to get some clout. Like, do you worry about shit like that, you know what I mean?
Fuck about that shit. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That shit, least my concern, big bro.
Yeah. You seen the shit recently where like they had like the perky old dude and with the sit nine and throwing the jacket and all that shit.
I seen that shit. Hey, that little bitch went crazy, bro. That like that nigga did some shit. Like, yeah, that was personal shit. Like
a lot of chess being played, you know what I'm saying, out here in the street, man. What you think about, like, you know?
I see the split in the industry, like when YB dropped, like when he had came home, how that shit just went to divide, motherfuckers went to choosing sides, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I see that shit and like all that press with the little perky old shit, like that shit crazy. That shit wild now.
Yeah, shit.
But you know, like I feel like a motherfucker just gotta not get caught up into like as far fuck them situations, but just the industry period. Don't get caught up in that shit. Like you know how you stepped in. Be yourself. Don't let the money change you. Don't let the fame change you. Don't let the bitches change you. Don't let niggas you meet within that shit change you or your mindset or none of that shit. Feel me?
What you think about, like, you know what I'm saying, snitches nowadays kind of like getting more, say, a pass than, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, it was a little bit different,
Yeah.
you know, but shit a little bit different. Now, the thing that really matter the most is how much money you got, you know what I'm saying? So what's your thoughts on that, man?
Man, ain't nigga worship anything out here, thug. Real shit, cause anything get worshipped out this bitch now, like. So really, you just really gotta keep a third eye open to shit like that. But like, all that snitching shit, like, I ain't fucking with it. Feel me? I done had partners that shit turn red, you feel me? My little brother Tajay, he down the road right now. You know, I ain't gonna speak on too much, but niggas in the hood know what's going on, bro. You know why little Tajay down the road.
Yeah, man, listening to your music and shit, man, you know what I'm saying, for the people who haven't heard, man, check it out, man. You bring a lot of energy to the record, man. What you think about, like, you know, the music kind of like evolving now? Like, I remember asking Sleeve, man, he was like, you know what I'm saying, music way more melodic now, way more emotional and involved. transparent and shit. Like, what you think about the evolution of music? Like now, and you know, like, do you see yourself doing that shit one day too? Cause your music kind of like stand out, cause it's energy based and you just spin, you going in, you feel me?
Like the evolution of music, like that shit, it had kind of changed. Like, and you know, that shit revolve around some of the streets too. You know, niggas you fuck with and shit like that. So I feel like it done changed a whole lot. Like as far as like you said, Sleeve said, like the like niggas be putting more emotions into it. Like it's a lot more drill music now. Like the shit have changed. It have changed a lot. It changed a lot, but I just be focused on myself, you know. Like, I just stick to my music and shit like that.
Do you feel like kind of like growing up and shit, like, you know, with the gun violence and all that shit rising, coinciding with the pandemic and shit, do you feel like there's more guns on the street and shit like that now?
Hell, bro. Hell, bro. Yeah. Cause growing up, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, see, I went back there in them days, like 2011, 2010, 2009 and shit like that. I went off the porch then, you feel me? I was just a badass kid then, like getting in trouble within school, within the household and shit. For sure. But like when I did get out there around like 13 and 14, like it went like 30s and drums and shit like that. Switches and shit. That shit went flown around. Yeah. Probably in different states, you feel me? Yeah. Cause making it grows way slower than other shit. Like, you know, if you go watch some shit back in the days, like from a California artist or Arizona artist or some shit, or somebody up north, like, them folks been doing the shit that we doing now. Like, that shit been going on, bro. You know, we just catching the ass end of it, and it's just slow rolling with us. That shit been going on, though.
But like, it kind of like maybe, you know, kind of just made me think about the jail and shit a little bit. Like, because like on the outside looking in, like I wasn't in there, but you been in there the last 3 years and shit. Like, they cover the jail a lot, and just like the shit they go on, and from officer stabbing to, you know, they talked about that new budget and making that they pass the, you know, fix the doors that pop open and shit like that. Like first question, like, what's some things that you'll fix yourself type shit, and two, like, do you feel like, cause I'm if I can remember, I'm thinking it's like $4 million itself just for Bill County, the budget that they approved. Do you feel like all that money helping and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, them folk cuffing that shit, man. Man, them folk called themselves clean, and like before I just left, right, they called themselves getting their jailhouse under control, like cleaning the motherfucker and shit. Them folk wasn't clean and shit, man. Them folk come in that bitch and spray paint over some black mold and push that shit, keep going. Now it's clean just cause you put fresh paint on it. No, motherfucker, hell no. Like, they ain't using that shit, though. Hand-me-down ass phones. You pick up and make, like, security just walked in this bitch and fixed it. Right. You use that motherfucker and pass it to the next nigga, that bitch broke. And they just walked out this bitch. Bringing new visitation screens in there and shit. Like, this bitch keep glitching. My folks can't even hear me. Feel me? I hear my folk loud and clear, but I'm talking, they can't hear a damn thing I'm saying. So, like, I don't know where that money going towards, like, feel me? That shit, they cuffing that shit.
Yeah. What's some things you'll change, man?
Like, if I had that type of power?
Yeah.
Man, like,
it can be just in general.
If I had that type of power, man, I'd tell them bitches down.
Right.
I'd tell jail down, man. Yeah. I'd tell them bitches down. But that's just, you know, street nigga out of it. I don't feel like jail for nobody. Like not even enemies. I don't feel like that shit for nobody, bro.
Let's talk a little bit about you know what I'm saying, like the pandemic and shit. You know, being in the pandemic and, you know what I'm saying, kind of like going through that, surviving that. Did you ever catch the virus and shit?
Man, I'm gonna be real. I was in jail when COVID came out. This how much them folks didn't give a fuck about shit. Bro, I've never been tested for corona. Damn. Like, still to this day we sitting right here, I ain't never been tested for corona. I just recently got down, set up a doctor's appointment and shit. They said I had to get my identification and shit, so I had to go down to the DMV and get my ID and shit like that. So shit, you feel me? Slide to the doctor, you know, get a physical and shit, check up and shit, you know. Cause they wasn't doing this shit down there, like niggas walking around coughing, sneezing and shit. Most they'll bring a nigga a mask. What the fuck a mask gonna do if this nigga already coughing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say would be like some of the biggest changes? You know what I'm saying? Shit that happened like since you got there, went in and coming home and shit.
The young niggas, bro. The young niggas, like, I was wild as a young nigga. Yeah. But it's starting way earlier, like, it's like as it goes, the more earlier they start now, like, yeah, that shit getting wild. Like, I say the young niggas, like,
yeah, man.
Kids, bro.
That shit crazy, man. I definitely say the same thing. We were talking a little bit off camera, man. I was talking about me coaching and shit. And, you know, even just beside that, though, just being around and just seeing the younger generation now, like,
they way more evolved.
It's a totally different breed, man. Like, you know, you go around, everybody throwing pistol, man. Like, everybody.
Yeah.
The 12, the 13, the 11, like, everybody, every single one. And just like, man, that shit a little different, man. Just like you said earlier, like, yeah, we were bad and shit, but it just wasn't like that for real.
Yeah, no, like, nowadays, like, if a nigga jump off the porch, it's so easier for this young nigga to run across the Glock. And this bitch got a 50 on it. Like, that shit crazy. Like, I first started just getting into shit like that. It was like high points. SCC Y9s and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and these motherfuckers, like, these young niggas had sticks, AR pistols, and magazine on that motherfucker. Loaded to capacity. This bitch holds 65, 50. And he ain't nothing but 13. He itching to squeeze this bitch type shit. So, yeah, this shit, it's a big change. And then I ain't know, my mom just put me on, like, people were telling me in jail, but like, due to the COVID shit, a motherfucker can walk around and skied up anywhere. Yeah. I ain't know that shit. People were telling me that shit in jail, I ain't know how serious that shit was.
Yeah, that shit definitely, like, you know, me being out here, like, that shit was a thing, like, everybody, that shit became normal. So for a little while, for real, like, you know, a lot of looting and shit was going on, you know, protests were going on at the same time too with the murders, you know what I'm saying, police and shit like that. So, I mean, it was a lot going on. It started getting a little crazy, you know. Matter of fact, you know, speaking of that shit, did you ever feel like, you know, especially like, you know, man, you hear a lot of shit that news try to have you and feel like a motherfucker with the world wars and pandemics and, you know, police brutality, you know, folks out here riding and shit that was going on in Milwaukee and shit. Did you ever feel like word being in jail, like getting stuck in that bit and shit?
Like, nah, hell no. I ain't never think about no shit like that. Like, I learned about the martial law in jail. I ain't just like, when they gonna lock everything down or some shit, I was worried about that being in effect. Yeah. Like, I was like, bro, it's getting too out of hand, bro. Like, the world gonna come to an end type shit. And folks might come in this bitch and try to throw us back into slavery.
Yeah, man, that raw, man, it's a lot going on.
It's Pop right here. What up, Pop?
Yo, what you got going?
Shit, man, coolin'. Like, right now, we on record. I'm recording right now with 4 South Mate TV. We on the interview right now. I'll say what's up, Pop.
What's going on, man? How you doing, bro? How everything going?
Already, man.
Everything going good, man. You know, shit. He just talking to me about like my opinion on certain shit that was going on while nigga locked up and shit. Kind of like the COVID change and shit like that.
Yo,
Like how you feel? How you feel about this shit? Like, what's the question you just asked me? You were like, did I ever get concerned about getting stuck in?
Yeah, like you know, being with the coronavirus going on and shit, and then
a lot of protesting shit going on.
Yeah, it was protesting going on in 2020 last year. You know, with the police brutality. I asked him, did he ever feel, like let's say if Russia was to invade America, like did you ever feel like you'll get left behind? You know what I mean? You get stuck.
Type shit behind them walls, hell yeah.
No facts, man. You know, because it all revolves around politics, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nothing but a number, bro. You know what I'm saying? They care nothing about us. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we are menace to society, man. So dealing with all that commotion and turmoil, what's going on between these countries and the coronavirus hitting. I done been a witness to this, man, that the system don't give a fuck about nobody, man. I seen people die, and there was no type of helping hand or anything behind that. So, there's a lot of concern right there, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you on that.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm finna get back to the interview, though, Pop. I'm gonna chop it up with you soon as I get done. Like, soon I get done.
All right, then, man. Y'all take care, man.
DG8.
Damn good hustle.
Already. Hey, though, Pop been through that shit. Like I told you, that nigga had 15, bro only had 15 years, bro. He was on like his 12th, 13th year, bro. Nigga tried him. He handled the business. They bailed my nigga out, dog. That shit kind of fucked with a nigga too, though. So I ain't just never had my dad around like that.
For sure, man. He'll come home, man. We gonna speak that positivity, man. He'll come home one day.
Like, yeah, especially me attacking this rap shit. Yeah, I'm gonna put my all into that.
Yeah, man. Talk about, you know what I'm saying, like 2022, man. Like what can the people expect, man? Like what's coming and shit.
Okay, like I'm working on like a mixtape. I'm still planning on my mixtape, but till then, I'm just singles. I'm just keep dropping singles back to back. But I'm planning on like mixtapes and shit for the future and shit like that. I'm most definitely planning on that shit.
Yeah, you got any more visuals and shit, man?
Yeah, I got a music video actually. It's getting edited like right now.
Okay, who you working with on that?
Black Star Video. Shout out my boy Black Star Video, Bart Law.
So like if you had anybody, man, out there, you know what I'm saying, that you could work with, man, who would you say would be like that #1 person, or just name a list of people that you want to eventually, you know what I'm saying, get to working with? You're gonna speak it to exist.
Cap.
No cap.
Lil Pop. I be listening to pop music too, like that shit. It was one of my coping mechanisms. So I listen to pop music and shit. I don't know if you ever heard of her name, Becky Hill.
No, I don't think I never heard of her.
Yeah, she do like pop music and shit like that. I love to work with her too. I used to, because like pop music, that shit soothing to me. Cause the hip hop, I already got that shit down pat or whatever. I got my ways into this shit. So like, nigga might just be going through some shit, or mind just racing too much. I just turn on some pop music. Just listen to a lot of pop music.
What you think about the making music scene? Besides like people not really living their raps and shit, like like beside that, like what's some artists that you feel like people slept on, they need to check out and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Young FS. That's my partner. He slept on big ass before. Sleeves ass. He doing good. He need to keep doing what he doing. He doing good. I don't want nobody distracted. Throw it don't need to get distracted. He on the right path. He done came far. I be checking the nigga baby John out. He doing good. He need to keep that down. Knowing what he doing. Drip Goop. I actually know Goop a little bit. I be checking him out. Young Luh Ready. I feel like he slept on a little bit. 2 clip, you know. Shit like that.
Hey, yeah, man. Well, for the young people watching, man, want to chase their dream, man. Like, what advice would you give for the young people that watching, man, want to chase their dream right now?
Know self. Like, you gotta know yourself. Like, that go back to what I was saying. Like, fuck another motherfucker opinion. Like later on in life, y'all gonna see that shit. Like, fuck another motherfucker opinion. It don't matter. People gonna always have opinions. So like, just know yourself, you know, and grind extra harder. Put all your time into your work. Just constantly work. Just keep going, constantly work. You know, don't stop. Feel me? Gonna have critics. Fuck the critics, you know. Just prove them wrong. Cause people always have told me like, growing up, you gonna be this and that. You gonna be just like your dad. You gonna be this and that. You feel me? So I'm here now. I done had people predict I was gonna be dead at 18, 19, shit like that. Yeah, I'm still here. So shit, just know yourself and you'll work your way around this shit.
For sure, man. Last question, man, before we get out of here, man. A lot of people, you know, this is a question that I ask a lot, but it's definitely something that I like to try to get people's opinion on. That's from down here, cause you know we need our own voice, and I feel like, you know, on that platform that, you know, that we have our own voice and stuff down here to speak on how we are portrayed versus how Atlanta portrayed.
Yeah.
Now, let's say the same artist like you know, come home who from Atlanta though, they gonna blow. You see what I'm saying? The music ain't different. The image ain't nothing different. So like, I'm gonna ask you like, what's the similarities and differences between like making in Atlanta for the people that, you know, don't really.
The difference is like they embrace each other up there. They embrace each other. Like down here, motherfuckers be scared to like speak on who they inspired by. You know what I'm saying? Like, and by that I mean a motherfucker ain't got to fully like inspire you. Like, you know, you probably just seen some bruh did type shit. And you know, that kind of goddamn, you kind of fucking with it. But a motherfucker won't come out and open up and be like, yeah, I'm fucking with what bro just did type shit. I'm gonna reach out to bro and let him know, goddamn, you know, but I feel like it's just a lot of more reaching out up there than it is down here. Like, them folk reach out, they lock in with each other, feel me? They chop it up, talk to them, ain't no, like, you know, you got hate everywhere, but as far as like that shit, it really don't be a lot of hatred, you know. But hate everywhere, but you know, you get what I'm saying though.
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Luh Ready, man, in the building, man. Everybody wanting him here, man. He here, man. What's some of the you know, things, you know, we left out, man, you want to hit the people with, man, before we go?
Man, you know, just stay down and be yourself and come up, man. There ain't no limit to what you can do in life. No limit.
Yeah, let them people know, man, where they can, you know what I'm saying, go get that music that take that coming.
All platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, TikTok, like all that shit. YouTube, follow me on YouTube, Luh Ready, L-U-H-R-E-D,
So, man, you got any shout outs and shit?
Shout out Young Sleeve, man. Free 10K.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. Let me push up, man. Fuck with you and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Already, man. Next time, bro. Peace.